Hello, good morning. It's Carrie Rhodes here. If you are live, come on and say hello in the chat. And let me know you're watching, where you're watching from. And yeah, we're going to have a little sneak peek today of our upcoming release. We have a new release coming out in July. It's in just a few days, July 17th to be exact. So in the coming days next week, you can expect some sneak peek videos on our YouTube channel. Hey, Justine, good morning from Minnesota. How's things in Minnesota? We've got a hot one in store today here in Idaho. Supposed to be 95 or near 100. It's not my favorite. It's hot. But it was cool enough this morning. I opened up the windows for a little bit, watered my garden. So you can enjoy, morning, short bursts, and evening. But if you have to work outside, it's pretty rough. And two members of my family do jobs that are outside a lot. So I can very much sympathize. So yeah, today we're, like I said, doing a little sneak peek. Hello, Robin from North Carolina. Oh gosh, yes, we are supposed to have some bad air quality moving in as well. I wonder if it's from the same fires. I don't know. We're kind of far apart, but yeah, that is supposed to be moving in today. So that also makes it rough to be outside when the air quality is bad from wildfires, which we do get a lot of here in Idaho, actually. So I'm kind of been crossing my fingers that that will not happen. We did have a fire very close to my house, like a few country blocks down the way, but it was contained quickly. So yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah, everyone is okay. I don't believe anybody was hurt from that fire. So it's just in the foothills, but I'm sure someone's land. Yeah. So we got a black hill just out that way. Yeah, not cool. But yeah, a lot of memories being made. And that's kind of one of the things that we're talking about is memories in a certain way. I've been doing some camping this summer and a few trips this summer already, getting ready to go on another trip to Paper Ganza with Trinity Stamps here in just a few days. On the 23rd, I'll be leaving. Yeah, I think Idaho's beautiful too. Yeah. Anyway, so the project I'm doing today could be a way that I could capture some of those memories, some photos. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I've been wanting this product for a while now, and I gave you a little bit of a teaser there, but I think we're gonna like flip the camera and I'm gonna show you my project. I'm gonna show you the product, and then we're gonna play a little bit. So yeah, make sure you're asking questions, leaving comments in the chat, and I'll try to peek over there on occasion. So here's my project. I gonna try this. This is not working. They switched things around a little bit here on the this program that I'm using. So I'm really trying to not remove my sound, which I sometimes yeah, I don't know how. Hi, Patty. Um, let's see if I can just make this one smaller. No. Okay. My other screen options do not seem to be picture in picture. No. Okay. I don't know how to make sure I don't lose my sound. So we're going to keep it like this, I guess, for now. I need like a techie person behind the scenes for me. That would be great. Yeah, I would love that. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, All right, so I've got my little projects right here, and I am sure you can tell maybe what the new product is on this. We have this right here is an existing die set that we have. It's the Insta Snap camera die set. I have used this quite a bit. It was actually one of the die sets I used for my class at Scrapbook Expo. So if you took any of my classes there, you probably recognize this die set right here. It makes a fun little camera card. And I have one right here I can show you. This is the project we made at Scrapbook Expo. So we just turned it into a card. So it opens, it can open at the top, it can open at the side, depending on how you want to arrange your camera. So this is the project we made. We actually turned it into a shaker for my class. So yeah, okay, now I've got both cameras. Okay, can you guys hear me? Leave a comment if you can hear me. I think it's working. I'm pretty sure. Good morning, Denise. Hey, I got your message on Instagram, and I'm going to be posting that later today. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. So this one I've turned into a mini album. And I've turned it into a mini album featuring one of our brand new die sets. This is going to be coming out on July 17th is the release date. And yeah, I'm very excited about it. Let's bring that die set in. It's got 4 dies. You have a 3-hole piece, a 2-hole piece, and a 1-hole piece, and some little hole reinforcers. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, so the shaker on this is right here on the cover, the little lens. But I used this 3-hole die from our new mini album set to, hey Janet, hook my little mini album together. So we can turn these pages. It fits on this InstaSnap perfectly. And then I'm going to just go through these pages and kind of share with you what I did. Isn't it a cute camera? I added some strips of paper here to make a little rainbow. But everything on here is from the InstaSnap die set. Everything on here, except the strips I cut. Okay, so here's the little rings you can use to make this part of your camera. And then the fallout piece, when you cut this ring, is what I used behind here to make it white. And then you've got this die that makes all your fun little pieces. So this right here, the square, the cover for your button, and this little like shine mark. And then we've got our words. We have click, snappy, say cheese, and then you have this piece which creates that, you know, kind of two-toned look. It goes right here. Isn't that fun? So those are all the pieces. Oh, we do have this that makes your little actual photo frame. I love that. So for mine, I put glue just on the outer edge of this piece on the back. So I have an extra camera, an extra side piece, sandwiching this mini album piece between the two. Okay, and then I use my hole reinforcers on both sides. Isn't it cute? And then here's your little picture frame. So my thought for my album is that you would maybe print out some pictures from your phone. You could adhere this down to the photo and trim away the excess. And then it has little pockets right here. Now, a lot of people who make mini albums are making them almost like a junk journal where you can, you put like lots of little tags in here. You can put ephemera and just tuck a lot of cute things into the pockets. And I think it's really fun to have that pocket. And especially if you're going to give this to somebody and then they will put the pictures in themselves. So they could continue to use this as a pocket, or you can easily adhere this right down to this extra piece right here. Of course, you could just overlap it, whatever you wanted to do. And so then here's my pink page. So you can see I did a rainbow of pages. So all the colors right here, I either already have a page done or we're going to do them together. So on this one, I did the word snappy. I've got my pocket for my little photo frame And then on the back, I thought you could do the same exact thing with the ring. You could glue this over a picture, trim off the excess, and then you could just adhere it down right like that. And it would be really, really cute. Okay, for my second page, I did something a little different. I cut the circle into the camera, and then I glued my pages together so that this piece right here opens. So you've got a little pocket right here. You can slide a photo in, or you could just put a photo there. But I did overlap the circle a little bit with the word cheese for say cheese. And then because nothing was getting stuck down here, I could add those additional elements. And then the back side, I also wanted to make sure and utilize, I didn't make this a pocket, although in hindsight, I kind of wish I did, because I wanted to leave a spot for a photo. So I just taped this temporarily in there. But you could also just tape it kind of at the bottom, and somebody could, you know, or glue it at the bottom. Somebody could slip a little thing in there. It is a fun gift idea. The yellow one, I did basic, added the word click, added my pocket with my photo frame, and then I did 3 tones of yellow on this side. So you could add that there. You could also, you know, the person could have journaling around this. You could add little cute stamped things. Now on this one, I decided to bring in some pattern paper, and this is Lawn Fawn pattern paper, and it's got this at the bottom of the page, and so I just utilized that, so it was 2-toned. Now I cut this piece apart, so my pocket actually goes all the way over. See that? And then for the back side, I just kind of played around with the papers and switched them around. But I did the same pocket on this side. When they're done, they could, you know, still put their picture like that, or the pictures can be removable. I like that if you tuck it in the pocket, you can add a little something here. Very cute. Now, one thing when you're doing your pockets or your pages, I sandwich these around my die cut piece. Oh, I forgot the circle, the little hole reinforcers on that side. Did the back. You're going to want to do the back side backwards, right? So this is the front of the die. This is what it looks like. When you want to cover this, you're going to need to use the back side of it. So, I mean, you can kind of tell when you look at the edges of my die cuts that it's the back side, but that is really important because if you're using a pattern paper, you're going to want to cut it from the opposite side, you know, so it faces the right direction. So take note of that. So let's get into this and let's make a little page and we'll do some cute things. Okay, so first up, I have my next page, which is going to be the blue, kind of that teal color that I love so much. So I've got 2 of these. I'm going to need both of them. I've got some pattern paper, which you see here, I cut it from the back side so that my pattern is going to face the right way. So I've got that for the side. I thought that was really cute paper. Just pulled it out from my stash. I've got my die cut piece from our brand new die set. I need to put hole reinforcers on the back side. So let me just show you that really fast. I have a piece of white cardstock here, and I've put some of our rip and stick sheets on the back so that I have these now turned into stickers as I cut them. And just having a strip of this when you're making this project is really nice because, you know, then you can just cut a bunch as you need them, or you could just, you know, pre-cut a ton of them, and that's always nice to have that ready to go. And you could just keep them in, like if you wanted to cut a ton, keep them in a little baggie. If you like that kind of assembly line style, get all your pieces ready type of thing, that's always nice. Okay, so for these, they're a really easy thing to add on, I find. So we're going to do the back side here. I like it on both sides. You're just going to lay it on there, even with the little adhesive sheets. I like my pickup tool, and you can just scoot it till it covers that hole. Like that. And I like the pickup tool too, because if the little guy gets stuck in the tie, you've got that. And you could use it to peel the backing, of course. That's always handy. And I did on, I think most of my pages, I use some really lightweight chipboard, like it comes with product. I don't know. It's just heavier than cardstock. I use that on some of these. Another thing, if we're talking about heavyweight, is I feel for this especially, you kind of want to use something that's heavyweight. Yeah, because this is going to be something that's manipulated. Now, if you look closely at this, it has a crease line down the center. So maybe you have the kind of page where you want to fold this and those would move back and forth, right? You can do that. There's, different ways you can use this because of the score line. I also like the score line because it kind of gives me a reference point for where to put my adhesive for the album that I'm doing. So let's grab our page. We're going to add this. Now remember, I want to make this a pocket. I just like a pocket on all of them. While I'm gluing, maybe you've noticed I have a little something on my hand. Sorry, it's super ugly. I burned myself while camping, and that sounds more adventurous than it is because it was actually on the edge of the stove in my RV as we were cooking flatbread pizzas. So, but it sounds better if I say I burned myself camping, right? It sounds a lot more adventurous. It's really not as bad as it looks either. I'm trying to keep it off camera. Okay, so there we have it. What do you guys think? Do you like it with the pattern paper? It's so much fun to play around with all these different designs inside your book. You lost sound. Oh no. Did everybody else lose sound? Let's see. Can you hear me now? Okay, sound is okay for Denise. Good. Okay, you guys just keep me posted. All right, so we've got our little pocket here because I just put the glue on the outer edge of this piece. So it just creates that nice little pocket for us to slide things in. Okay, this one does not want to behave. Just like that. Super easy. All right, so then we need to attach these two pieces together. I'm just using liquid adhesive, but of course you could use some rip and stick tape for this. And I'm just going to put it on the right side of that scored line. That's it. So I'm staying on the right side of the scored line. Then I want to make sure that all my pages are going to line up with each other. So I could have done this a second ago, but I'm going to take my book apart, which is very easy to do with the little rings that open. And I'm going to line this up with a previous page just so I know that it's going to line up when I put everything together. So I'm going to lay this on one that's already done, and each one I have done it the exact same way. And then I line my camera up with that camera. And if they're not exactly the same, they're off just a hair, that's not really that big of a deal. Okay, but that's how I line this up. This one needs to come out anyway because it's naked right here. Yeah, so we'll fix that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the back side of this one. And so we'll flip it over. We're going to take the second camera and we have to put glue on the good side. So you could leave it like this. There's no real reason why you would have to put this on here. It's mostly for aesthetics. I feel I want to cover that up. It makes it more clean. It makes your pages a lot more sturdy. I just like it. So what, this one just looks crooked to me. I don't know what that's about. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the glue on the front side. It's now going to be our back side. And I'm also making this one a pocket. I just, after making the other pages, realized I want all of them to be pockets. And then we'll stick that down. Now you could bring out the Insta Snap die set and, die cut some of these little pieces right here that are going to cover up your button and make it a different color. It's really nice little touch but I kind of like to make all my pages, and then I like to go back in and add some of those kind of specialty touches. All right, so then we've got our frame for this. I was hoping to maybe print out some pictures from our recent trip we went to Mount Rainier in Washington, Mount Rainier National Park. And I wanted to print out some pictures from that and put them in here maybe. But I didn't get time. I sat and looked at all the pictures on my computer and deleted a bunch of stuff. That's how far that got. Okay, so then you can see we can easily line these up and put our little rings in there. Now the rings is something you can buy at like an office supply store, online. I have 1-inch rings. They seem much bigger than 1 inch. Is that true? It doesn't say on there, but they're the kind that open and close. There's a lot of different kind of rings on there. They're, you know, the ones that are kind of wire and you can turn the little thing. That would be cute. Some people tie their books together with maybe some ribbon. So, you know, it just depends on what you're really wanting to do, but you can order these easily, have a bunch, make a bunch of mini albums, because you know, this die set is going to work for all of Trinity Stamps shape dies. So you can make a cupcake shape album and do a little birthday album. And I think that would be so darling. So now we need our purple page. I'm going to do something a little bit different for the purple page. We're going to utilize our layers here. So we need one that is the front and we have one that is the wonky back. There we go. And this paper, hey Jana, good morning. This paper is a little bit thinner paper, so I am a little worried about it as far as it being a pocket, but I'm going to go for it. You could always back it with something to make it a little sturdier. You know, that might be helpful. All right, let's bring out our page. For lining up, we're going to put our adhesive on the right side of the score line. I know I really want to do the cupcake one, but this is as far as I've gotten. Maybe for release, I will do a cupcake mini album. And then we just line this up with our previous page. So our album is cohesive when it's all stacked up. Okay, I'm going to put that one back. I already did the whole reinforcers on this one. Hey, Margie. Thank you for dropping in for a few minutes. That's so nice. I appreciate you. Okay, then we're going to do our back side. Let's go ahead and do the pocket. Like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this one, I kind of saved like the best for last. We are going to create a pocket right here so people can pull something out and add a picture to that as well. So I cut my piece. It is, oh my gosh, I was going to remember this, 4 inches by 2.5. That's this. So I figured it would fit in there really nicely. You're not going to be able to slide something past that. So that was my thinking there. This looks so crooked. Let me check with my original. It's pretty good. I'm going to let it go. Okay, so when I hook these two together, I'm going to use some rip and stick. Actually, I don't know if it'll fit. I might have to just use glue. Yeah. Okay, so what I'll do, I did not pre-make one of these. This is like live paper crafting. I'm just going to stay close to the edge. And then with my little piece of paper there, I can know exactly where to put my adhesive. Okay. Okay. The other thing you could do, oh shoot, is use one of these. This piece is almost the same size. See? So you could use one of those, but I just figured it'd be hard to pull in and out. Okay, let's see. Do I have glue on here? The other thing I thought is you could use the die set, the Emergency Card Essentials die set, number 3. It has the dies to make a double slider, and it also has a notch. So you could cut a notch from both sides, and then you would have a little finger grip to grab and pull this out. You could also put a little tab on the side that said pull. You can also just let it kind of hang out, whatever you want to do. And then we still can utilize the front and the back. And I think like having something you can pull out, I think is probably my favorite, because then you have a lot more places to put pictures. You have a lot more places to write. You have like little surprises in your album. And I just love that. So let's go ahead and stack these up, and we'll put our rings in. So it's pretty easy to do. And then you just clip them together. Another thing that I would really like to do, which I will tell you I'm not very good at, I want to make little charms to hang off of here. So you could, you know, get some beads, get some charms, and make a little thing you would hang off of one of the rings. I absolutely love that. I like that you could take a stamped image or a die cut piece and shrink it down to be the charm on here. I would love that, but I need to kind of research that. I think I need like a little piece of chain, some jump rings. You know, I've done a little bit of jewelry making, so I have like an idea, but I need some videos. If you're into this, let me know about that if you have any suggestions. Okay, so let's do a real quick flip through of the whole book again. So we've got our shaker on the front. I really like to make the front like a really special piece. And then we have our pockets on the inside where we can add the photos behind the little photo frame and tuck that back in. The person receiving it could glue them down if they want. Just taking the pictures from your phone, getting them printed out and sticking them in here. This one is another one with a pocket, but at the top, and you can slide it behind that circle. It's so cute. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, guys. I love the shaker. You know, I had to add a shaker because that's my thing. All right, then we have where I added some of the die cut words on there, which I want to do a little bit more of that. I did a colored ring here. Again, glue your picture behind. You can stick it down. And once you, I think, are the person that's getting this album and you're doing all of this, it would be fun to have some like stickers or ephemera or things that you could gift with this that they could stick down, some sentiments or something. So, okay, this is our last plain one. And then we have this one that has the hidden pocket. And the paper crafting magic set would be really good to use here, especially if you cut out the notch. I was going to do it, but I last minute could not find my Emergency Card Essentials die set number 3. I need to find it. I'm trying to reorganize how I keep all my dies and stamps for Trinity Stamps. And so I'm still in that process. So which basket did I put it in? Okay, now before we go to like dressing this up a little bit with some words and stuff, I wanted to show you another idea I had with this die right here. So this is for tiny things. We have like a popsicle shape element and an ice cream cone. They're smaller pieces. So using this little piece would be great for something like that. You can make a really like a tiny mini album. And I chose to do that with just the photo frames. So you could have a ring of photos on here. And I did one for each of the colors for my book. And I wanted to show you how I did that. We'll add another white one to this. Okay. All right. So we have one of the photo frames die cut out and ready to go, and one of these attaching pieces. I'm going to get one out again for like a reference you know, to line it up so they're all the same. So the first one's the one you like stress about. You like, okay, I have to put this on even. I've got to get it centered, all of that. I use my grid, my glass mat at my stamping desk, not my live desk, has grid on it. It's a glassboard studio. And then I use my magnet to hold it down. And so that was really helpful to have the grid and all of that. So, but here I don't need it because I've already done. And then I'm going to use my 1/4 of an inch rip and stick tape. I'm going to put it right below that scored line. See how it rips? Love it. All right, now this tab is going to show, and I don't want that. So I'm going to just cut off a little bit right below my rip and stick tape. Okay, don't need that. We're going to take this piece off, and we'll do the same thing like we did before. We'll line these up, take our frame, line that up, and stick it down. Then you adhere your photo to the back, trim off the excess, and that's going to make these a lot more sturdy. These are kind of lightweight cardstock on these white ones because I have a ton of white paper scraps. Hey Joy, how are you? Thanks for joining. So these are kind of lightweight. I just used up a lot of my white scraps for this. So then we can add these, and I thought it would be really fun to add a little something to like this area, some pattern paper or the little strips. I could put little strips right on here for the cover. This one would kind of be the cover piece, and then it could match this, and these could kind of go together. Wouldn't that be fun? I love it. Okay, so here's some things I thought would be cute to dress up the mini album. I have a little basket of things. Maybe we'll just go through and try to use each one in a different way. I didn't bring over my scraps of paper like I was going to. Okay, so this one says fun. It also has the word sun. So you can do fun in the sun, fun. Oh my gosh, what is sensational? Have fun. You are fun. Have some fun in the sun. There's some. Yeah, but I thought we could just use the word fun. Oh, it would be fun, wouldn't it? It would be way fun. I also want to add some hole reinforcers to these ones. Hi, Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you like it. I think it's so cute too. Oh, I wanted to show you on this one, the word click. I actually die cut the craft colored piece with this die. And then I die cut it again from white cardstock, and I like inlaid it. So this is flush. It's flat. It's not raised up off of there. The other ones, I glued it to the top. Say cheese. You kind of just, if you're giving this as a gift, you kind of just want some generic, you know, things on there, right? So we've got a lot of space. We can, you know, have fun with this. So I'm going to grab my scraps of paper, and we're going to die cut out the word fun. Okay. So I just saved all like pieces, right? So I can easily jump in here and grab something. So let's see, we've got that. These have, so let's do the green. And I think we could use some of the craft on there. I kind of like that with white letters. So we'll die cut the shadow layer from craft and the letters from white. I think that would be really fun on there. I'm going to move some things out of the way. Oh, that's holding them together, but not holding them down. It'll be all right. Hey, Roberta. lurking, watching, commenting. I love it. Oh, I'm so glad you like the colors, Margie. I like the little touch of craft. I felt like that gave it like a little adventure vibe to have the craft element in there. Okay, so we've got our shadow layer. And I have my white with the adhesive on the back, so I might as well use that up and make these into stickers. That's nice and handy. And then we'll have a really, oh, one of them moved. We'll have another element that's really cute for this page. And now depending on where I decide to stick it, it might commit the recipient to leaving that photo in the pocket, which I'm okay with. I also feel like if you had your own Instax photos, that you could add those in and, you know, tuck those in the pockets, stick them down, all that. All right, so let's just stick our letter stickers on here. Like so. Don't you think it would look good right here? I do. All right, where do my pokey tool go? I love using the rip and stick sheets. I'm addicted to it for my die cuts. It's so easy. So I want to do some stamping on here as well, and I'm trying to decide if black ink is the way to go. So I need you guys to chime in. Just like some little sentiments. Okay, it's just words. So I feel like black is the typical choice for that. It's the ink I brought over. I think it would be good. I think if somebody were to then journal in here, they're probably going to write with black. So black's probably fine. You know what else would be really fun to gift with this would be some embellishments. Some flat little embellishments. Maybe some sparkle spots, of course. Those are a fave because they're nice and flat and they've got the glitter. Okay, see how much that adds just to put one little element in there? Have your photo. I think I'm going to have to add pictures to this. Jana thinks black's good. Okay. All right, so then for this page, right here, here's some of the things I brought that I thought would be really good. Okay, we have our Simply Sentimental line. And chocolate colored embellishments, yes, or, you know, the craft color. I do have some like craft color kind of clay hearts. Hearts would be perfect for this. Stars would be good too. So we've got lucky. I thought this would be, you know, lucky to be your friend. A little bit of luck. Feeling lucky. That could be good for a little scrapbook. And of course, just the word lucky die cut. Also super cute. Then we have love. That's great as a standalone word for, you know, something you want to create that's kind of generic. Yeah. Die cut out just the word. Love our time together. Hugs. You know, there's a lot of people that hug in their photos. So I thought hugs would be fun. This also has kisses. So you could do hugs and kisses. Die cut that out. Hello. Hello's always good. Really, the one I'm cutting out. LUV. I like that. This is the one I really wanted to use. Hi. Because it has a little heart for the dot. So that's the one I'm going to use. But then also friendship. Or friend. Friends. I mean, these just so good for your scrapbook and not just card making. So I'm going to do the word hi. I think my heart's still there. It just stuck to the back. I tried to keep it on a little piece of paper that is like the backing for foam squares. And then we just need some more craft cardstock. I've got plenty of that. So we'll need the die. Cutting out here too. I will tell you, the internet has not been amazing in my area. We had a huge windstorm the other day. Gosh, not yesterday, the day before. And some internet went completely down. And like my neighbor has an awning, it blew off. Part of it was still attached, part of it was off, and we had to go over. He wasn't home. So myself, my husband, and our other neighbor, we went over with tools and took that down in this like wind storm. And then my neighbor across the street this way, right over there, they have a giant tree in their front yard. It cracked in half. It was in the road. So yeah, a Wi-Fi boost. I've been thinking of that, Roberta. I've been thinking of like, do I need a new router? Yeah, a Wi-Fi boost. I'm going to look into that. Thank you. Anyway, so this tree is halfway in the yard, or in the street, of course, in their yard also. Anyway, so we had to go, and my husband got out his chainsaw. They were also out of town. Like, we couldn't even reach them to tell them because they had no service. Oh, isn't this cute? Where's my tweezers? You're missing everything I'm saying. Oh no. I think I'm going to need a dot of glue for this guy. Can you guys hear me now? Yes. And this is just so tiny. I don't think it got enough of the adhesive sheet on the back. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue. And then we can have, that is so cute. See, the little details is what makes it. Oh, Janice says the sound is great. Justine says she can hear me. So it could be situational. I have made sure that my connection is wired when I'm doing live and not Wi-Fi. So I've been taking steps to make it better. It's a classic. So do you make mini albums, Lauralee? Is that something that you like to make? Oh my word, I love that. Okay, then we have our last page, which has the secret pocket. So I thought about paper crafting magic. If there was something surprise inside, like that we could like stamp that right here, because even if you're gonna put your picture, Joy can hear me. Yeah, maybe try to refresh. Even if I have my picture here, I think I could still fit this little sentiment right on the edge. Yeah. So let's give that a try. Get a block here. It's upside down. I'm going to organize myself a little bit. And then we'll get our black ink. And maybe I would even have room for a little arrow. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, so we could stamp an arrow. I like these curly ones. That one seems to maybe go the wrong way. Where's the other one? This one has a heart. I like that. but then the heart would be upside down. This one is an arrow. I just don't think it's going to fit. I really want an arrow. I might have to just draw one. How do you guys feel about just drawing one? You do make many albums. You have several of the Eileen Hull Sizzix dies which cut through mat board. Oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, this is just a die set that you can use to take your shape dies and turn them into mini albums. So you can add these. You can really add them to a square too. You know, you can make like a 4x4 album and do the same thing. So, okay, let's see. I do have a black pen. I'm going to take a little scrap and I'm going to practice. Okay. Oh, it's so nervous. Make a little triangle. And then I have my arrow. Let's hold it up. I could put one on both sides. I don't know. I did so good on this one. I don't want to tempt fate. It is kind of junk journal inspired. I don't know if I'm totally into junk journaling as much as I want to have like a little album that's just for one occasion, you know? Yeah. All right, so there's that. Now for this little guy right here, I want to do a little bit of stamping for that as well. Also, the Paper Crafting Magic has a die set that has a bunch of arrows in it, so that's a good one too. Changing your video quality in the gear symbol to the highest setting. I should do that because I feel that it is. Yeah, it is at the highest setting. Actually, there is a higher one that's it's not letting me select. Okay, we've got that. So I want to do a little something with this one. And for that, I'm going to bring in this kind of coordinating stamp set. It's really cute. Picture this. Now, this also has some like Happy Valentine's Day. I'm not going to use that one. But what I like about this set, we just click, say cheese, I love you, or I heart you. But this one's really funny, depending on who you're giving it to. I'm no photographer, but I can picture us together. This is so cute. Oh, that was for Margie. Thank you, Roberta. Oh, bye, Laura Lee. Thank you for sharing your ideas with me. Oh, that's so fun that you sent your friend a crafty package and now you're going to go craft together. Oh, have fun. I love that idea. Okay, so, and you've got little minis you could use in this album. I think would be really fun. If you did like a back page, you could stamp this on the back and like write your name, you know, like it was made by you or something. I like that idea. Okay, so let's stamp a few of these on here. I'm not going to stamp the cover because I want to put some of the strips of paper on there. I think that is going to be a really cute look. So I'm going to save that idea for that. And I still have to do my whole reinforcers. I just thought up this idea this morning. Like, oh, I should make this into a tiny mini thing. So, oh, sorry, I hit the camera. It is a really cute set. All right, so let's do one at a time. I'll put it up at the top. This is like old school, just like stamping it with a block. Oh, I'm glad it worked out for you, Margie. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Let's see. Say cheese. That's a good one to put on the orange one, right? Let's do that. It's kind of fun to, at least it was for me, going through my stamp sets and thinking, okay, what little sets do I have that would work good for this? And I really only went through my little basket that has sentiments in it. I'm going to skip to this one. This is my favorite. So I'm going to put I heart you on this one. And thinking of them differently, like how could I use this on a mini album or on this particular mini album? Because each one might have a little bit something different that you want to do. I love you. I heart you. That's so cute. Let's do on the purple. We'll do the XO. I will clean these off later in case you're worried about that. I'm not cleaning this before I'm sticking it back down. This is a tiny little XO. Let's kind of do a little random thing here. I guess I can't talk when I do random. Oh, Patty, the sound is going out, in and out for you as well. I'm sorry. All right, now all that we need is pictures. Well, the whole reinforcers. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do craft on the white one. And then on the colored ones, I'm going to do white. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I've got a little bit more playing to do with that one. I think also, like maybe stamp this and cut it out, die cut it. You know, there's a die for this. Of course, there's a die. And put that on there. Won't that be fun? Also, there is a little couple right here, and you could stamp them inside. I did that. The card I made with this, I colored this as me and my husband. And I put that in there, put it with the camera. So I might do that. I like that idea. So I guess you'll have to maybe tune into Trinity Stamps Instagram, and I'll show how I finish this out. I'll try and put pictures in it, and we'll see. You know, some pictures are selfies and they're like close up, and I feel like you kind of need pictures that are more far away to go in here. So I'm going to see what I can do with that. I like it. Okay, another idea that I had was, I used this recently. Can you see the die cut letters? We have a die set called Alphabet Soup, and it has a little plate that cuts out these teeny tiny letters. So I thought these would be great size for these little things. So what word can I make here? I can make hi. I wonder if I could make cool. Let's do something different. Oh, I'm not sure I have two O's. It looks like I use both the O's. I could use the Q's. Let's be inventive. So this is backed with rip and stick sheets, so I don't need to use adhesive because they're so tiny. Okay. Speaking of so tiny, let's see if I can cut the little, the Q part only extends on the outside, so I think it should be fairly easy once I find my scissors to just cut that little piece off. And then I'm utilizing all of my pieces. Okay, let's see, where's the other Q? Get that middle piece. There we go. Delicate surgery. It is card surgery. It used to frustrate me so much to do tiny little things like this, but I feel like I'm getting so much better at it. Just keeping my patience. I can have patience with my paper, even if I can't have it with my kids, right? Anybody out there have teenagers? You'll know what I'm talking about. and a puppy. Oh, there we go. I like the little die cut letters. You could put somebody's name on here. Of course, that would be super fun. Cool. Just the little details mean so much. Okay, did I bring anything else up? Oh, here's some other alphabets that I adore. I adore these. This is the graham cracker alphabet. They're small. Here's I could do the word mo. I could do the word ow. Oh yeah, I guess, Joy, actually I do have a 20-year-old, so yes, same. If you see if you have stable volume under the gear symbol. Okay, I'm going to see. Audio. Automatically adjust mic volume. Yeah, what I need to do is break out my microphone. I have a little microphone. I've played with several microphones. Anyways, these, I could do the word mom, but I have this weird yellow color. I could do the word wow. Yeah, I think no. I'm going to save these. They will come in handy someday. Yeah, the thing for constant volume sound is selected in my settings. Oh, here's my other favorite. This is why I love this one. You have the stamps. These coordinate with a lot of our Simply Sentimentals. See here, the word hug. A lot of our Simply Sentimentals actually have this font. So we turn this into an alphabet die set. You can color in this open part. I love it. Okay, here's the other thing that is so awesome about this set. It has dies. Yes, it does. You can die cut out your stamped letter. Yes, you can. But also you have every letter as a die. You die cut this out and you stick it onto this. So Patty actually closed out the video, came back in, and it's much better. Okay. I love that tip. All right, so this is another favorite. If this one is the party alphabet. It's a party. That's what it is. Okay, what's another little word we could do? Give me some ideas. Look, I already have it stamped. I could just die cut some of these out. Ew. I could do ew. They are great alphabets. I agree. I lost my tip. Oh, here it is. I think I could do ew, but you would have to have a really specific picture. I already did hi. I could do the word love, L-U-V. I could do that. Okay, let's do it. L. What I don't have very much over here. Oh, I do have some tape. And then I could color these to match. I love to do ombre with these letters. That is my favorite. So have you guys, those of you that know Trinity Stamps, have you thought of any dies from Trinity that you want to use this mini album maker set with? I already threw out the cupcake, the ice cream, the popsicle, because my mind always goes to food. Food dies and stamps are my favorite. Oh, here we are. I am making a mess up here on the desk today. I've got stuff everywhere. But that's what happens when you're having fun, when you're being creative. I could do the word fun. I could. And that's like what I have on the green. Is the green page I put the word fun? Yeah, in the mini album. The coffee cup. Yes, I thought of that this morning. The cell phone. You could do the cell phone. That would be fun to do because you could easily do pictures in that, you know, like pictures that you've actually taken even. That would be really cool. Yeah. Great minds think alike. I agree. I think I have to do these letters so that they match because all of my pages are very matchy, which is so me. I like things to be matchy, but a lot of people like to mix and match, which you could do. I'm just trying to really play with that rainbow vibe. So that's why I'm wanting to keep each page kind of its own color. You could do the arch. You could do the arch dies and make an album that's arched. That would be really cool. Of course, the circle die. There's so many different things you can do with the circles, the emojis, the cake, the pie, the donut, the pizza. And so there's so many dies that go with that, the spaceship. But just to have a circle shape album in itself is like super fun, right? I think so. You wouldn't have to, you know, but you could do emojis. You could do a book of feelings. We were talking about that before. I think at one of the expos. Okay, so we've got the word love. I'm going to grab a marker. The greens. Okay, I just grabbed my greens. Let's do, I like a little YG17, a little YG05, YG03. These are really easy to do. Oh, the pumpkin would be so cute, Denise. Different faces. Oh, I'm going to want to do that now. So I'm going to put my darker color at the bottom. My mid-tone, of course, in the middle. And then, I don't know if I like this one. My lightest at the top. Oh yeah, that's a good combo. I'm going to come back with my mid-tone. See, tying it in, it looks so good. Let's do the U. Oh, I always do that. Pull off the wrong end of my marker. Mid-tone. I have been starting to break in my Olo markers, everybody. I color charted all of them with my Sandy Allnock swatching chart. I don't know what to call it. And yeah, I'm getting used to them a little bit, and I'll be using those more and more, I think. They're quite juicy, but I haven't had any problem really with it getting where I don't want it to go. I'll scoot that one. I like to do the middle first if I'm trying to center something. And since these are so bubbly, I'm going to leave them a little bit of space. So my original green, you see, was this really light green. I didn't quite have enough of it, so I had to bring in a darker green. That's why this is like a texture paper. This is from 12 by 12 cardstock shop. They're Encore paper. So it's pretty good paper. All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, so this one I'm going to make like a cover. I'm going to put the little camera on it. We've got We Just Click, Say Cheese, Cool, Love, I Love You, XOXO, and then something. Oh, this one's backwards. Oh, I think I put it on there backwards so you could see the finished side from the back. Yeah, that's what I did on purpose for sure. All right, so we've got our mini album. We've got this. Let's go through one more time. I could add a little something on here, jazz it up a little bit. I really like to have the jazzy thing on the front. You know, a little added something fun. Hi. And then a surprise inside. So yeah, there is my project with a little sneak peek. What do you guys think of the mini album set? I would love to know. It's a set I have been asking for and specifically wanting to make this camera into a mini album. I've really been wanting to do that. So I would love to know your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think. I've got to know. You love it so much, so many uses. I agree. So some of our shape dies are flat like this, and then you put the die on the fold to make a card. Some of them already make a card. So I think that you can utilize this die set in a different way for the ones that already have a fold. So I'm going to play around with that. And I think the score line is going to come into play with that. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably going to play with the circle one next. We do, I will tell you, have some new circle things coming. If you've seen the sneak peek graphic on the website or the sneak peek graphic on Instagram, then you already know something circly that's coming. It's very cute. Very cute. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm going to stamp this camera before I put everything away so I can finish this up, right? I'm going to try and at least add pictures to this one and because it's just so flimsy without. So I think having the pictures there is going to be really fun. Really good. All right, let's see if I can bring myself back on screen here. I don't know. Oh. I could turn my mic volume up, couldn't I? Nope. All right, this one, camera. Why are they both the same? I don't know. I can't bring myself back on screen. They changed the settings on here, like what the little buttons look like and what they do. And so it is just not the same at all as what it used to be. All right, well, I think we're going to say goodbye here. I usually like to, you know, come on, say hey, picture in picture. Yeah, both of my cameras are the same. Let me try this. Oh, I think I figured it out. Hey, there it is. Oh my word, you guys are so nice. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for letting me share this new die set with you. Of course, we have plenty of other fun things from this release. We're going to have sneak peeks starting on Tuesday of next week, which means I've got some work to do for you guys. And I'm excited to share these things with you. Some really fun summary things. And slide the transition bar. I don't know what that is, and I'm in Stream Deck. Slide the transition bar. Yes, it's always fun to have sneak peeks, and so we'll have those starting Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the release is on Thursday the 17th. We're going to have some hops with our design team, and it's always good fun on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Yes, Heather is excited to see the new release. Me too. I'm excited for you guys to see it. You got to just make sure when you're on Instagram, when you're on YouTube hopping with us, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your favorites, and we love to hear that. We just love to know. It's always good. So, technology. I don't feel like I'm technology challenged, but really, I probably am because I just said technology challenged, technologically challenged. All right, you guys have a fabulous Saturday. Maybe do something crafty. If not, you're probably cleaning. That's not fun. Do something fun. I will see you guys again very soon with a new video, Tuesday, Trinity Stamps channel sneak peeks. Okay? We'll see you then. Happy stamping. Bye.